Hello everyone and welcome back to ZooCrafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are standing outside of the entrance to the Asian River and Cave exhibits, where hopefully I will be introducing you to a brand new friend who is here in the zoo in just a moment, because we have been finally beginning to add in some of our fantastic Patreon NPCs, which means the zoo is about to get a lot busier and I finally have somebody to give all of my overload of hummingbird eggs to. Thank you, Violet! Alright, so let's run down and collect up Tate really quickly, and then we're going to go ahead and we are going to grab my beloved Lily girl. Come here, Lily. There we go. Alright, and now from here, we're going to go ahead and just get straight to it today, you guys, because my pockets are full of unidentified eggs, dog food. Oh yeah, the heritage chicken blue. I forgot that we picked that up from the doggy food area so that they could get something to eat. I need to repair my diamond shovel, actually. And oh gosh, I'm pretty sure I have basically everything inside of my backpack right now. Oh my goodness, we've got some biofossils, some diamonds from the village of, Zomberry village. We've got so much cobblestone. What can I even do with all of this cobblestone? Ooh, I could make mossy cobblestone. Don't mind if I do. In fact, actually, I need to start collecting up some of this moss. I should start putting some of the moss into the hallways. Brilliant! We'll decorate with moss in just a moment here. But I need to start collecting up some of this moss so that we'll have moss to be able to make mossy stones, to be able to expand the Zoology Research Center, Tate. It's wonderful how all these things come together. Except for the fact I don't think I have a pair of shears, which is going to be really embarrassing. Do I literally have everything but shears? Shears! Yes! Oh my gosh, I am so happy. I really didn't think I had shears. So let's go ahead and collect up this moss. Totally didn't think about it, but having some adorable moss tucked away somewhere would be really fun. And let's make sure enough, this is the kind of moss that we need in order to make mossy cobblestone, which we will need because the mossy cobblestone we can actually chisel into all of those mossy cobblestone pieces that we use to decorate around the cave systems. Because you might say I love things that are green and mossy. It's just a passion of mine for some odd reason. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish collecting up the moss. It'll grow back. How do you do that, Lily? Like, you're really good. You're really good at just jumping straight up there. Would you like some duck? Some duck, sweet potato. Kind of weird to feed you this right outside of the Zoology Research Center. Ooh, and the little hummingbird just smacked you in the face. There you go. There you go, girl. I should probably... Oh, hey, Tate. I have some fish for you. Okay, never mind, Tate. I guess I'll give you the fish later. Oh, geez. Hey, Tate. Oh, that was Lily. All right, so we'll go ahead and collect up the moss that's on the ground here. It'll grow back, thankfully. And you know what? I think that big, long, empty hallway that we made in the live stream last weekend could definitely use a facelift. So I think we're going to go and decorate it with all this moss. And then I will have enough moss that we can finally continue to expand the oh, and it looks like it's raining outside, but we can finally continue to expand our cave systems without concern, because these mossy tiles are a little harder to get our hands on than you might think, my friends. Not to mention an entire hallway full of moss sounds absolutely beautiful. But all right, next thing we're going to do is introduce you guys to one of my dear friends who has come here to Zoodesia as a new NPC, and she's actually here campaigning for a very special cause. So let's go introduce ourselves to her. You guys ready for this? Are you ready for this? It's Desiree! It's Desiree! Yes, that Desiree! And she is here campaigning on behalf. Let's see if she'll tell us about it. I seem to be a bit lost. This doesn't look like the beach. And there we go. There we go. Well, I suppose if you have enough zookeeper experience, I could trust you with my seagull eggs. And that is what she is here for, my friends. So Desiree is another one of our amazing patrons. She is really awesome. Her husband, and actually she has a Paula series on her channel, and I believe her husband is like a Twitch streamer. So they know the way of the games. And yeah, so Desiree Hello, I'm Desiree. Yes, that Desiree. But she is here as one of our new NPCs to help liven up the area and fill it full of people. And she also is an advocate for seagulls. Seagulls are her friends. That's right, Desiree. And she is currently gathering up resources to help repair the local beaches, even though she's gotten a little bit lost because this is definitely not a beach, and to help out seagulls so she can hopefully one day start a seagull rescue center. And so if we come and talk to her, there we go. I am working on building a seagull rescue center. If you have any spare fish, it'd be a big help. I definitely will help you out with that, Desiree. I happen to have a whole bunch of fish. They're kind of tates, but I'm sure he would share for the sake of seagulls. But if we come talk to her, then we will actually be able to trade her fish for zookeeper experience points, because they would go to providing to the seagulls some fresh food. You don't want to feed seagulls like bread or fries, as much as that's like a popular media sort of thing to do. That actually is really terrible for them. It makes them very sick, and they have to gorge themselves on a lot of food to try to feel better and to get the nutrients they need. So don't actually feed seagulls bread. Don't feed them Cheetos. Don't feed them your chips when you go to visit the beach. Just leave them be. They're probably going to steal your food anyway, so try not to let them steal it if you can. But really try not to purposely feed seagulls food or any bird species, especially bread. It's delicious to them. It's addictive for them, and it's really, 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 really bad for them, and it can prevent them from being able to fly or to exercise properly. And basically, I can go on a tangent about this for quite a while because I'm pretty passionate about taking care of the wildlife, guys. So we will help Desiree by feeding her seagulls raw fish, and also don't tell Lilac, researcher Lilac, back in the hummingbird exhibit. But if we bring Desiree some snails, then she'll give us some money, because she also needs that to raise funds for taking care of the seagulls. And if we bring her some raw clams, that also is a great natural food source for her seagulls. And then she also will collect up trash. And if you guys remember, we have a litter bug problem. Remember my beautiful giraffe exhibit where we had that baby giraffe born, and our lovely little giraffe April that we had born, or May. Was it May? I think it was May, because we were making a pun off of the giraffe April that was born last year. But little May was born, and she attracted a lot of visitors over to that side of the zoo. We have a ton of our very first ever zoo guests wandering around over there, littering, leaving trash and empty cups and straws and all sorts of things on the ground, because I wasn't ready for the guest. I don't have, trash cans, recycling bins, benches, restrooms, facilities to handle them, but they're still showing up, and they're still littering around my beautiful zoo. And Desiree is very concerned about those kinds of littering issues, especially around the beach. So when we come and speak with her, she will actually trade us. She will dig through all of that trash that we could bring her that is littered around our precious safari area, and she will find out if she can find anything interesting in there. And this will probably change every now and then, but for now, if we bring her a straw so that we can save the poor sea turtles and other creatures who might end up with that terrible straw like shoved up in their nose, no less. It's terrible. Don't use plastic straws. I have not used one in years, and I am determined to never use one for the rest of my life, unless it's like biodegradable, but that's not plastic. But she will trade us the straws for wooden coins. She will trade us the trash, and right now it looks like she can find fishing nets hidden in the trash. And then if we bring her all those plastic bags that the guests are just leaving all over the ground, then she actually might find some fun clam shells hiding inside of them to give us. And if we bring her a whole bunch of the plastic cups, among those plastic cups, she might be able to rinse and reuse an empty jar, which is really useful because empty jars actually help us with being able to gently and carefully collect live butterflies, which is another one of my favorite hobbies around the zoo. But other than that, Desiree's favorite food happens to be coffee. So we will bring her some cups of coffee, and she will give us some money that we can use to buy our own snacks around the zoo if we so wish. But there we go. So this is Desiree. I am so excited to have somebody wandering. She came to the Egg Research Center to learn more about seagulls. Hopefully we will be able to get the Egg Museum up and going pretty soon so that we can help her out with all of those seagull facts. And I'm looking at all of these blocks right now going, oh boy, That's a lot more moss than I remember. So, all right, Desiree, welcome. I am so excited to have you here. I'm sure that Tate is so excited to have you here because he can probably smell there's some fish hiding in your pockets, no less. And now we need to get back to work on actually building the zoo so that way we can have more exhibits. You guys can learn about more animals and biology facts. And eventually we can have this place looking really nice. So Lily, Tate, let's go ahead and we are actually going to step inside the, well, actually, you know what? Puppies, I'm not going to go very far today. So why don't you hang out with Desiree? I need to dig Alia out of here. I don't know how Alia got into the Zoology Research Center, but she like teleported herself into this little corner. Alia, are you really curious about, you know, what's here? Have some duck, sweet potato, and cranberry. Are you really curious about what the little eggs are going to turn into? Because that's pretty adorable, Alia. All right, these are our egg identifiers, as you guys know. So let's go ahead and take a cardinal egg. Yes, that would be so fun to work with. But we're going to go ahead and put all of the unidentified eggs that we actually traded to Lilac here in the egg identifier with the blaze powder. And hopefully we'll be able to give these some positive IDs. Oh, another cardinal egg. Oh, that's so exciting. And this one has a 75% chance of spawning. That is so thrilling. All right, well, I'm going to gently tuck these into the little egg warmers. Oh, look at all these hummingbird eggs. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to leave these here. And then we'll check in on this. A pelican egg. Oh, how exciting. We'll leave this going. And Alia, you seem pretty curious about what the little eggs are going to grow into. So you can stay here too, my love. All right. And then eventually I need to move these incubators. These are egg incubators. And I actually think it might be nice to do like a little line of them over here. Maybe like, you know, 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 maybe, and that way we can walk back and forth between them. Or maybe like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we could walk between them to either side, but then they just wouldn't be literally right over here. So is this one empty? It sure is. I hope this frame chest isn't going to be hurt if I try to move it. Maybe pickaxe? Okay, don't break. Okay, maybe axe? Speaking of which, I actually need to take my diamond gear and I need to go put it in my dishwasher so that they'll hopefully get repaired. There we go. All right, so we have the framed chest. I don't think it matters what side it goes on, so I'm gonna make it face this direction because these are where the egg warmers are. And then this one I would need room for, but we'll work on moving all of the little incubator chests. These are framed chests that I made out of glowstone so that way they'll keep the eggs inside warm. And speaking of eggs, Alia, a Roadrunner egg! Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. All right, we'll have to play with those in the future, Alia. But here, you can go ahead and you can stay with the eggs if you want. I'll be back in just a minute. I'm not going very far. But then down here, this is the tunnel that we worked on when we did the live stream last weekend. And you guys have probably seen it by now. But I have to say, it's a little bit embarrassing to look over again. Because, okay, ignore the left part. But this was the tunnel. I was like, okay, any minute now, we're going to be digging right into the bottom of my laboratory where I have all of my lab chickens. Oh boy, any minute now I'm sure we're gonna run into those there lab chickens. Yep, should be under my house any moment. Oh, well, maybe if we wiggle this way. Oh dear, where's my house already? Oh my, is it this direction? Yeah, that direction pops out into where the dino jungle is. This direction actually popped me into my sorting system. This direction, where did it even go? Look at what a mess this is. It is so loop-de-loop, swoop-de-whoop. We're gonna have to turn it into that gigantic cave. And then finally, Iverson is right above us. So that is how absolutely chaotically twisted around we got searching for my lab, right? And trying to find a faster way to be able to work from one side of the zoo to the other. I literally popped out the other side of my house and still couldn't figure out where I was going. Well, if we run all the way back over here, we're working up a good sweat because I'm burning through my food actually. And we go all the way back here. And one day we're gonna actually turn this whole area into a gigantic cave and make a beautiful cave based off of the fairy tale, The 12 Dancing Princesses, that will be full of all sorts of absolutely glorious oreberry trees, custom oreberry trees, and forests that we will make of gold oreberries and bronze oreberries and beautiful silver oreberries. I'm sure it'll look glorious when we get it up and going, but we'll have that hidden under my house, which will actually be a really good renewable resource for metal. But anyway, then we came back over and we were like, let's try again. So now if you come up here and you turn over here and you wiggle down here, and then you take just like, you know, a slight right, a slight left, a slight right, and then you just climb a little bit, all of a sudden, there we go. Here is my lab after all. So we did not experiment 404. Thank you. Oh, cool. Another ugh. I love these unidentified eggs. And all of a sudden we're here with Iverson and his little snail and his little barky boy, who's apparently taking a little nap. That is so adorable. Applejam is sleeping. And then over here, oh my gosh. Circuit, this is where you are. I was wondering where you disappeared to. Are you just hanging out with Peanut Butter? Because Applejam, the little barky boy dinosaur, was sleeping, and Peanut Butter is right down here sleeping, and Circuit is over here waiting to trade us some very large slopes. Hi, Circuit. Oh my goodness. And he's hanging out with Bella, who is our lab cat, who's always doing chemistry in here. And we're now under my house, basically. So we just go over there, past the little nether infestation that we have, and up, and then we're home. So this does help a lot to have a much faster and easier way to kind of connect up the two sides of the zoo. And it means that I will hopefully be able to get quite a bit more done, because we can shuttle resources and snag items that we need a lot faster. So that's what we did during the live stream, and it was really fantastic. We talked about birthstones, because I kept finding pretty gemstones. And basically, we came up with a great idea for the dancing princess animals, which will definitely be happening. And if that doesn't sound like your jam, don't worry. Like I mentioned last episode, I am definitely thinking about doing just a ton of live streams where we'll just relax and kind of sort things, because that's actually an oddly popular pastime that people often request from ZooCrafting. Just FYI. Alright, so we're actually going to need to make this a little bit bigger. Using slopes means that I often need a bit more room than I thought I did for my tunnels. But this is going to be our tunnel home, so the public isn't really going to see it, but I just realized I really wanted to make it kind of a nice tunnel. So I'm hoping as we go down it, what I can do is I can make a whole bunch of item frames that we can tuck into little recesses like this, and put like pretty gemstones, like this gorgeous piece of amber inside. And I'm going to need to pick up that gorgeous piece of amber. There we go, if I want to be able to decorate with it. But I just want to, you know, casually decorate this area instead of have it just be a gigantic empty hallway. Or we could just decorate it with like moss. I could actually have, you know what, why not? Let's come up over here and we'll make another little spot where, because I made an accidental, like a little accidental hallway over here. Let's see, this loops around. So why not just make it like a nice little overview? Like, why not? Why not just come over here? This loops around too. I probably don't need to make it go this far. But instead of just ignoring that, I like had to dig all of this out searching for my lab. What if we turn this into like a cute little fountain area and put some water plants over here? And then we can know that it's like overhead somehow, and if we want to just relax, we can kind of sneak up here and have like a little hidden area that we can just unwind in. I like that idea. And then let's see, you know, there's some fossils right over here. We don't have to do that with every section, but I just want to feel like it's home again. You know what I mean? And that sometimes means just taking an extra moment or two to kind of appreciate the unexpected little spots that you accidentally made. So let's actually make right over here. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna make like a little wall of green that just kind of hides up at the top. So let's grab that moss, and then we're just gonna go ahead and put the moss right here, if I can. I cannot. We'll just have to trust the moss will spread on its own. Oh, it's because of the rock type, isn't it? All right, well, let's just go ahead and get rid of this. Maybe I can even get my chick pickety and we can gather up some stone. Don't mind if I do. I just want some stone. I'm not really a fan of the andesite, and I have plenty of cobblestone, but let's come over here. And then I think, oh, I need a little bit more stone. Thank goodness we have some right overhead. There we go. And we can just put that down and then, yay, all right. And then we can end up with like some sort of nice little patch of greenery because why not? All right, and we'll put that down and that down. And I got a whole bunch of grass blocks when we were doing our stream too. So we can put down like one grass block and then follow it up with some dirt. And just start having these little kind of gardeny patches spread around, because that very much is me. Very, very, very much so. All right, Chick Pickety, we're gonna put you into service if you don't mind, and you can start spreading your grass blocky awesomeness self grass block. And let's just come down here. And actually, I think it would be kind of fun to exchange these with maybe grass blocks coming on up, so that we can put down some plants perhaps. So like plant, and then right here I can do normal grass block because I think that'll spread, and just like have some plants because it's me. I love having plants just scattered all over the place, but I'll have to kind of play with that. All right, let's put down dirt. I need more dirt, and it'll probably take a long time compared to what I wish it would to actually be able to work across. There we go. To actually be able to finish off this hallway, but you know, putting a little bit of effort into it is better than none at all. And I do know we need to work on like the actual animal exhibits too, not just Seri's random hallway. This is definitely just something, because we're here, we always like ruin it if we don't focus on our to-do list at all. And I have all of the stuff in my inventory right now, might as well. And actually, I don't think it's going to take me as long as I kind of think it is. Let's see. How's this going to work? Here, maybe we'll even do like a cute little recessed spot and maybe throw out... Actually, I just can't reach that marble, can I? Right, come here. Come here, marble. But maybe we'll put some more plants down at the back there too. And maybe even like just put some moss right there and kind of let it grow down. Maybe like a little mossy pillar of actual moss. All right, there we go. Wonderful. Why is this making me so happy? It just reminds me of old school ZooCrafting so much. And I think that's why it's just making me so cheerful. All right, and then we'll go ahead and do another block like so. There we go. Hopefully that'll grow in nicely. I cannot put moss on the side of dirt blocks, unfortunately. That's just fine. And I'm hungry again. Oh, it's been so long since I have worked up proper appetites in ZooCrafting. And also, ooh, actually, I can't even run. I'm so hungry. So I think we'll just kind of make like the hallway that we have here. We'll just kind of make this work somehow. But I think the smartest thing to do would be to actually come over here where I'm going to have to put down all of these slopes. And it's going to take me a good long while. Slopes take forever. Oh my goodness. In fact, I might want to actually really work hard at making the slopes kind of, oh no, I'm out of slopes. Now I need more wood. I need to go back up to my house anyway for a few other things. Oh no, this is definitely not the right spot to put slopes on. But I need to go back up to my house anyway for a couple things. Actually, I kind of wanted that stone. Stone's kind of useful, and you have to use a silk touch to get it, so I don't really want to waste it. And where did the slopes go? And doink. There we go. There we go. Very nice. All right, but yeah, I have to run back up to my house anyway, and then we can do a little bit more work up there. Oh wait, I need this to be slope. Ah! I hate when I do that. Oh no. All right, well, I gotta get up and down somehow. All right, clearly, this is what I mean. When you start playing with slopes, you have to really start knowing what you're doing, and you have to give yourself a lot more space to get up and down than you think. So we might come down and then turn and then down again to kind of, we might have to close off one of these areas, but just to kind of make it easier on ourselves. But all right, phew, all right. I know this is silly. I know this has nothing to do with hatching open roadrunners or creatures like that. And this will probably be, there'll be certain projects because they're not really related to animals that I will sort of relegate to. Oh, this is so pretty. Come here, you. I love all of you. You are so gorgeous. What are you? Some of the beautiful fluorite ore that is actually prettier in its ore form than it is in its gemstone form, in my humble opinion. But yeah, we'll have a little list of projects that we will probably save for when we are live streaming that are just really simple things like this. I'm gonna be so proud if we can at least manage to get something done. There we go. And then we'll put some grass here so they can start spreading a little bit better. Poor Chick Pickety needs to go out in the sun. As a special moss item, it actually regenerates when we go out in the sun. There we go. All right. Very silly. I need to put like a little fence right over here so I don't just run myself straight off. I need to maybe figure out another light source, or maybe just tuck the torches back so they feel a little bit tidier. The moss definitely needs to grow. Look at it go! I'm so proud of you. You've already grown so much, moss. In fact, you might take over now and then, and I might have to come back and like kind of pull you back again and again. Here, but we'll have you come down this side. Very nice. Oh, it's growing all over the place. I'm so proud of my moss. And we might even come over here and like make that into like a little plant area and maybe put some bird nests. Oh, put some bird nests somewhere. So, all right, let's come down here. We're actually going to spread moss down this hallway so that when we need to, we can come back and we can collect a ton of moss so that we can do all of the work that we need with our mossy stones. Also, that's so pretty. Oh, I'm gonna love this. Just being able to like run around the place and like find a ton of moss waiting for me. And we'll find better places for some of this, but just this is really gonna help. But all right, and we're actually gonna hatch some bird eggs next time because I know you guys are being so patient while I go on these very silly, eclectic little random travels. Ooh, look at these pretty gemstones. I want to take those upstairs so that we can have a nice little display area for them. Did I get them both? Did I get them both? Uh-oh. I saw you. There you go, little guy. Some more fluorite ore. So pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh, look at the moss go. Good job. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Oh wait, now I can't pick the moss up. Oh dear. All right, there we go. But yes, we will actually go and interact and work with some of our animals next time. I am just feeling some of the old school, like a little bit of mining here, a little bit of mining there, sort of vibes, and kind of loving it. All right, we'll do that, and who knows what else we'll get up to. But Alia has been sitting herself down. We'll go ahead and stick all of this in here for later. And Alia has been sitting herself down very patiently next to our egg analyzers. So let's go ahead and add in this last unidentified egg. Gently transfer the two identified ones into our little egg warmer over here, egg incubator. We'll go ahead and add in more blaze powder so all of the eggs can get a little closer to hatching. And Alia, let's see what your last mystery egg is. And then next time, I kind of feel like perhaps hatching something novel and new. So we'll go over and possibly hatch a couple of the cardinals inside of our temperate forest aviary, just to see what those beautiful birds look like. And otherwise, kind of working on the egg museum. Kind of feeling like I want to do something with bats. We'll just have to go around, Alia, and see what we can do in the zoo. Oh, Alia, I'm so sorry. It was eggshells. Oh, well, better luck next time. All right, come on, girl. But all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me and for just joining me on our daily silly adventures around zoo crafting. Crafting each and every one of these pieces with my two hands is my very own two hands. Is truly one of my favorite things about this world and my favorite things about just the whole experience of it. And there's so many things we need to do, like take my blaze chicken some more blaze powder. I need to expand their area too. Oh my gosh, all the more reason to get some moss so that we can vastly expand our blaze chicken area. All right, Alia, we're gonna have to pick the best project and just see it through. So let's go ahead and gather up my other puppies and possibly an egg, and I will see you guys for some exciting events next time. Bye-bye.